Greetings, beautiful people. I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day, night, or evening. If you aren't, just remember God loves you. I love you. You are so loved. All right, today I don't really have a topic, but more of an expression piece. And I was just thinking about the many reasons why I love this planet, why I love Earth, and just trying to dwell on the positive side and just shift my perspective into a positive one because I woke up and I wasn't feeling the best, not physically, but just spiritually. Like I just felt darkness and felt kind of drained of energy. And so I decided to shift my perspective and think of the positive things and what I really enjoy about Earth and the things I love. And I came across this one reason that kind of transcends all the other reasons that I love Earth. And it's funny because it's kind of like bittersweet at the same time, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But my reason, why do I love Earth? And for me, it's the people. Right? People can really make this experience something. I mean, you have yourself, of course, you're a person, we're people, right? We're humans, some of us, but we're here and we go through these very unique experiences. We're all very different, very unique in our own right. Everyone's an individual, and I think that's beautiful, but we're all somehow connected in many ways, and not just based on what we like or what we have in common, but we're related in different ways, or connected in different ways spiritually. And so I think that's just so interesting because, it's like, we're in this world, right? Put a whole bunch of random people who are so different. Everybody, like, this is a crazy thing, and you guys are going to think I'm a little crazy, but I'm just expressing here. But I literally think everybody's their own, like, universe or their own sun or their own planet. And we all just kind of come across each other. Like, think about stars in the sky, right? These stars, they align and they cross and they come across each other. And sometimes they're here, sometimes they're there, but they're all rotating in the galaxy together. That's like us, dwelling in God. And we're just kind of going around like we're all like cells in a body. And that body's God. I don't know. That's just how I think of it sometimes. So when I come across people, I really just intrigued. Like, I'm intrigued by people because I think people are so cool. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing, their own story. And it's so, if you like sit down and take the time to really get to know a person, you'll come to find out that they've been through some stuff, Like when you meet people, of course, they're not going to just come out the bat and tell you their whole life story. But when you sit down and get to know them over time, and if it's a real authentic relationship, things are going to be revealed to you. And it's a beautiful experience because I've come across so many beautiful, wonderful, amazing souls that have blessed me or taught me an important lesson that I've kept with me. And it's just I feel like this experience wouldn't be what it is without people. And the crazy thing is we're all here together right now in this specific moment in time. Yet think about the past. Back in 55 BC, all those people were existing at that one time. They're no longer here. And that's kind of the importance of us in life and connecting with each other and being patient with each other and loving each other through this time, because the sad truth is we're not all going to be here forever. Some of us are going to pass. Some of us are going to transfer. Some of us are going to transcend and disappear. Some of us are going to pass away. That's all part of life. And so we should cherish each other and the time that we have with each other. And this is one of the many reasons I actually love Earth, is because of all of the people, all of the colors, everybody's so colorful, and it's just really cool because it gives you this perspective of life, right? Because everybody has their own walk of life, and anytime you come across a person, you get to kind of tap into their world and their perspective and see things or understand things the way they, understand things by how they explain it or share things with you. I always think about when I'm, talking to people or communicating with certain people, or just, coming across people, and maybe we're talking, we're sharing stories with each other. And I love it when you have this connection where a person is explaining a story and they're explaining it so well that you can see it in your head as if you were there or experiencing with them. And that connection is so cool. And I've come across so many people who've shared experiences with me, and I've just it broadened my perspective and my understanding. I'm like, whoa, that's so interesting. And then, people handle things differently. We're all, essential pieces to this puzzle of life. And I just think it's so cool because if we all came together and, united and whatnot, there's so much that we could really change and get done. But, this society, it keeps us running around in a race and wants to pit us against each other. And there's this real competitive attitude out here in the atmosphere. And that kind of takes away from the love of everything. Because if you think everyone is your competition, then chances are you're gonna crap on them to get to where you want to get, instead of building with each other and you guys both climbing up. But that's not here. There, really, I just really appreciate people. I do, because I've learned so much from people, good and bad, especially in college. Like, college was a defining point for me in how I viewed the world, because I came across so many different people with different experiences, very unique people, beautiful souls, some messy souls, but a lot of people with really just beautiful spirits and energy. And I was able to like kind of mingle with these energies. And speaking of energy, anytime I come across a person, that's what I'm checking for. Like, I'm checking for energy. I'm very, very big on energy, as you guys may know. And anytime I come across a person, to me, that's really just me passing, or aligning with a different energy. And it's beautiful because perspective wise, that person can bring something to the table that, I may be missing. Humans have made my experience here on earth better and worse. And that's all a part of it, because, we're all, again, on this journey trying to figure things out together, but also separately, individually. Like we all do, in a sense, live in our own little realities, and nobody may understand your reality or the next person's reality or this person's reality. And that's okay. That's okay. That's what we're here to do, is kind of bring each other into each other's world so we can all grow and learn and get a better perspective of what the world looks like, and not allow the outside or media to shape our understanding or perspective of other people and other races and ethnicities. Like, instead of doing that, go out to find these people and meet them on your own, and to understand them and love them for who they are, because everybody's so unique. And you know what? Stereotyping is so annoying, because I've met so many people who are not like, they're not how people would describe them, or how the media describes them, or how people paint that picture. They're so much different, so much more. Everyone is unique. Everyone is literally beautiful in their own right. And it's so interesting, because when you're able to come across so many people or different individuals, and then you kind of take that like step back and not be so judgmental, but just more so, okay, like, who is this person? You want to genuinely get to know this person. And when you do that, you get to see all of their colors shine. And it's just this really beautiful artistic life that I'm seeing. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a dance. It's like a dance. I'm out here on the sea dancing with all these beautiful people, coming across all these souls. And that sounds a little crazy, but no. I just really appreciate it, and I love it. And, I'm really thankful for my family and my friends and pretty much everyone that I've come across, because I don't take that for granted, for sure. I've had a lot of people in my life pass away very close to me. It's been hard to cope with. So when I come across people and their souls, I value them, and I always do my best to make them feel loved, especially if we're aligned for enough of time. You're definitely going to get love from me, 100%, because that's, I'm hip to karma, okay? And so I don't want nothing bad coming back to me. So I was just trying to put out good energy and make people feel loved. And, I kind of picked that up in college, ironically, because I was a host. I used to throw parties, used to throw kickbacks and stuff like that. Surprise. And during that time, I came across so many people. And when you're dealing with like people coming to parties, the energies are going to be all over the place. And so some people's energy was good, some people's energy was bad. And my task was to love everybody, to be welcoming and nice to everybody. So that's how I learned to do that, is by being a host. And, there'd be times where people try to fight, and, de-escalating situations is what I would do. And just learning to be like, okay, I gotta be patient. I gotta show mercy. Gotta be nice. There was some times where it was a little hard. Other times it was easy. Everybody has issues. Everybody deals with something. Simple as that. Not everybody has demons, but some people do have struggles and things that they deal with in silence. And that's another reason why we have to show each other love and be patient with each other, because you never know what someone is going through in silence by themselves that nobody else knows about. You never know. Some people carry some really huge burdens and have literally like the weight of the world on their shoulder, but you would never know about it, especially in the society we live in, where they encourage you to make yourself seem better than what you are, instead of sharing things, because that, like, society is that oh my god, child. See, now I really want to talk about this. It's the fact that people are not comfortable enough to share how they feel out of someone retaliating at them or making them feel some type of way. People are not able to express themselves or be their authentic self because of fear of being ridiculed or someone coming after them or making them feel less than, or people are always trying to one up somebody or make somebody feel bad or projecting bad energy on people. And so you live in this crazy society where people aren't able to authentically be themselves out of fear of being judged. Like, that's crazy to me, because why? And I wish everybody was more like a pure child, like all of us, in heart, like pure children in heart. Because if we did, we wouldn't care. We wouldn't really judge each other. We would just exist and do this thing, not talking to the people who obviously live in that energy and embody that. But, there's people out here that are still very judgmental, and it's based on projection and like what they went through. If you've been judged, chances are you're going to judge people. If someone made you feel some type of way about something, you're going to kind of carry that chain of thought and whatnot and put it onto other people. So the best thing you can do is break that cycle with yourself and understand that self-love is the best love. When you start loving yourself and loving everything about yourself, loving God and seeing God within you, then you're going to start seeing that in other people as well. And that's why I love Earth. That's why I love Earth, is because I get to see the God in everybody else. And it's so beautiful because everybody has a perspective or a trait or something that relates them to God. And it's so beautiful. Whether it's a talent, gifts come from God. People who can sing, people who can dance, write, draw, people who can paint, people who can do this, that, and the third. Those are things that come from God. And when everybody is just shining and being their best selves and just allowing that energy to flow out of them, like, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to me. And that's why I really like Earth, is because you come across these people and everybody is like a portion of God. Everybody has something that makes them special because that's what God gave them or put into them. And then it's like you're seeing the God within them shine, and it's just this beautiful experience. And anything that can make me feel closer to God, I love. Period. I do. And so coming across people who make you feel like, not saying they're God, but like that present, you can very much see the inner God within them. Let's say that you can see that Christ shining through them. And that's what's beautiful about life, is seeing the good side, the positivity, the light of the darkness or in the darkness. And that's, I really appreciate that, because there's times when people are going through darkness, I'm going through darkness, that we're all experiencing those down times, those times in the valley. And there's always someone that God will send, or God come himself, and send someone to help you or pull you out of that space or say something that you need. And kindness can go such a long ways. You never know what you just being nice or saying something nice or waving or just sharing a friendly smile or just sending a message that says you love them or you're thinking of them. You never know what that stuff does for people. You never know. Somebody can really be going through it. And the fact that you decided to move out of love. And this is the crazy part about moving out of love. It's just simply choosing to do like the better thing or the right thing or the higher thing, if that makes sense. Like love, you can show love by not honking at somebody who's in the road or by not flipping somebody off that cuts you off. You can show love by not tearing somebody's head off who makes you mad and just turning the other cheek and going, okay, it is what it is. God be all the glory. You can show love. It doesn't always have to be like, you have to go out your way and be like, I love you, give you a hug and this type of energy. Showing love sometimes can simply be you just choosing to do the thing that knows that's better. You don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, even though they may have hurt yours. You take that bigger step, or you step in that space of, okay, I'm not going to retaliate. It is what it is. God got this. God bless this person. Perhaps they were having a bad day, and this is just how it manifested, and they're choosing to take it out on other people. And everybody's in different spaces. You got to understand that not everybody is in the same space, especially vibrationally. Some people are still in lower states, and that's okay. Everybody is where they're at. And that's part of the journey, is to learn and to grow in your own time. You have to be patient with people because you never know who's still in a certain space. And you have to be patient with them and love them through that until they're able to grow into, higher spaces. I have to do that with myself. There was times where when I was first on my spiritual journey, and this is what got me off of my spiritual journey. And I'm talking about when I was a teenager, because I was really religious when I was a teenager, and I kept messing up and failing, and I beat myself about it literally every time I would fail or make a mistake. It could be simple. It could be me failing a test in school, and I would tear my head off, and I'm like, you idiot, you dumb, no. I would tear myself apart. And I was like, where is this coming from? Where is this anger coming from within me where I feel like I have to, degrade myself like this? Then, as I got older, way older, by the time I was like 19, 20 is when I started to really go within myself to find out, like, where did this root come from? And I started to see that it was a lot of gaslighting going on around me, and someone in my past made me feel that way, made me feel like I was dumb, made me feel this type of way. And so I started projecting that, or keeping that in the back of my head onto myself. And so anytime I would mess up, that would be my way of, like, I don't know, reacting. That's how I felt. And so I had to reprogram that and learn to really love myself through those bad times, those dark times, and be like, it's okay. You know, God loves you. I love you. You made a mistake. It is what it is. Move past it. And it's, you know, easier said than done. But once you get to that space of just being able to love yourself through all of the bad times, all of the good times, you can start to do that for others. And that's really, it's beneficial, you know, because patience takes you a long ways, especially for parents. I know y'all got kids and whatnot. Patience, it's worth it. But honestly, this existence is interesting, and I'm just really honored to be able to live at the same time as some individuals and people. Like, we're literally all going through this thing together. Who knows if we're all going to be here in the next 50 years, you know? So it's cool that we're here now, and I really want to make the best of it while I'm here, at least. So I'm doing my best to spread love and showcase love and understand love in different angles and different ways. And, you know, that's why earlier I was saying that love can just simply be you deciding to do or make the better decision or choice. You know, instead of retaliating, you just let it go and let God. You know, that's a form of showing love. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I gotta hug this person, or I have to go out of my way to make this person feel better. But love is just effort and giving and trying. Just trying. That's it. You know, trying. When you feel led to do something, just do it. You know, you get a thought in your head that says, oh, and you think about a person, you know, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. Reach out to them, send them a text message. Hey, how you doing? You know, that might really lift them out of their day or what's going on in their world. Because again, like, the way I view things, we're all living in our own little individual universes. Like, we're out here walking around like galaxies, just coming across each other and aligning at certain points in time. And you never know what somebody's galaxy is going through, right? They could be in chaos and destruction. Not saying you should get joy into other people's issues or problems. Not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, you never know what your love and kindness and you just showing the love of Christ is going to do for the next person. Simple as that can really help people. And, you know, that's what we got to do. Learn to love each other, man. Learn to love each other. And I know for people who hold, like, grudges and people who are used to getting revenge, I'm not going to call no signs out. There's a couple signs out here that will retaliate in a heartbeat. Like, will destroy somebody over the simple, small things. But, you know, as a Cancer, it may be easier for us to refrain from destruction. I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased. But what I do know is I think that does help us in a sense. You know, when you're able to be compassionate towards yourself and it inspires you to be compassionate towards others. I don't know if that makes sense. But I know as a Cancer, that's something that I learned. And I love that because now that I'm able to show myself that love, I'm also able to do it to others, you know, and not afflict my pain and suffering on other people just because I'm having a bad day or going through it. And I know a lot of people who still do this in their 30s and their 40s. And it's like, oh, I don't want to necessarily be that way. But also I understand why you're that way, you know. Like, life happens and life is rough. And these experiences we go through, sometimes they can be like insane. Okay, some people deal with some of the most insane stuff. That's why I say, like, you gotta be mindful of the people you come across and show as much love as possible, because you never know what somebody went through in the past. Like, some people were some true survivors, warriors out here, and they got so many wounds that you wouldn't know about, so many lifetimes of just pain and sorrow and suffering. The last thing you want to do is add to that. Seriously, the last thing you want to do is add to someone's pain and suffering and sorrow. Everybody's already dealing with their own thing. You know, you gotta just be that light and that love in people's life. Not saying you have to, but, you know, if you're a person who knows you're a little toxic, sometimes it could just be, you know, not being around people. No, I'm just playing. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That's a joke. It's a bad joke, but no, seriously though. But be kind towards people. Show as much love as possible. I guess that was the main part of this whole podcast. I wanted to express that, just being kind, but also I want to share the fact that, you know, Earth is not an experience without the people. The people here make it an experience. Some people make it a little crazy. I always acknowledge the fact that, we all deal with the active manifestations of others at all times, because this plane is us bringing things here, and some of those things that we bring aren't necessarily good, but at the same time, we're still in this together, like we're still here together at this moment in time, and that's important. That means something. Whether you can see your connection to others or not, understand that we are all connected. We're with collective consciousness. Like, we're here. We're connected, guys. We're connected, and we have to be more mindful of that and understand that the people that come across your path are there for a reason, and it's important. They're either there to like help you, elevate you, show you a part of yourself that you may not be aware of, show you your shadow. Most people are reflections of each other. I come across people that are reflections of me every single day. Sometimes when I'm talking to my parents, I'm like, yo, I can vividly see how much of you I have in me and how much of you I have in me. Like, looking at my parents and talking to them, communicating, and it's like they're having a conversation like voices in my head. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. That sounds crazy, but no, I'm just saying, like, I can see myself in them, but also in just people. There's been times where I've come across certain individuals in my life, and I'm like, yo, you're me. Like, we're here. We're the same person. I know you. I feel your soul. And that could also be a Cancer thing, because we're fillers. So we feel everything. I'm a big energy person again. So I come across people, I like to give them the spotlight. I like to allow them to speak. And, I'm very intrigued by people because, again, everybody's story is so different. Everybody has experiences that are so different. Not everybody's going to experience something the same way. That's the beauty of it. That's why when people are telling a story, they want to get multiple perspectives of that like event or whatever happened, so that you can get like a full picture, because everybody's experiencing that event or that story in a different way. And that's just the beauty of life. We all see things differently, and we all live in our own little like perspective. But when we come together and we share these things and put it together, you get this world. That's us. We're the world. Was it we are the world? Wait, is that a Michael Jackson song? We are the children. Humans really make this experience an experience, and that's one of the many reasons I love Earth, is because of all the beautiful people here. Everyone is different. And like, sometimes I'd be like, God, I can see why you haven't destroyed the earth, or I can see why you haven't that sounds sorry, Jesus. I can see why you haven't like come back here and turned things up and did this or did that, because God's very patient with a lot of people on this planet, because he loves us, and he sees that light within us still, and he's like, giving a lot of us a chance to really get ourselves together. I say ourselves because I'm included in this batch too. Like, hey, what's up? We here, okay? Don't ever think I'm better than you. All right, don't ever think that. We are here. When I say here, we're all on Earth, okay? We're in this together at this point. Like, it doesn't matter if you're rich here. We're all stuck here on this planet together. Anyways, I just think it's awesome. And then the fact that God is merciful and he's very gracious with all of us, because he sees that love and light within us. And he's like, I feel like God is waiting for enough of us to really melt the ice on our hearts and just allow love to flow through in a new way. And I'm excited to see that in the future, because that's a future I'm praying for, hoping for, and I'm really thankful because I know other people are doing the same thing. We're out here together, just making this life beautiful, and it's a nice thing. It's nice to not be in this alone. It doesn't matter if you feel alone. You're never alone. Even on the other side, you got your angels and whatnot. Everybody's protecting you and watching over you and pushing you in the right spaces. And all the people you come across, it's for a reason. Nothing happens, there's no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Everybody in your life is there to teach you something and help you grow, and we're here to help each other grow, and that's just a part of the journey, and it's beautiful. Like, we're all walking each other home at different times in different spaces. It's just nice. And I love how God operates, because like, when you're going backwards on your path, he's always going to put somebody in your path to correct you or help you turn around or go the right way, and that's awesome. Shoot, imagine if you was just here by yourself, all alone, walking around this planet by yourself, and there was nobody to tell you was going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just lost. Like, and that's the beauty of life, because there's people, and people are so awesome. Okay, not everybody, but a lot of people, okay? The majority. Now I'm about to come for the internet. I'm coming for the internet, because it's the fact that the people online, they be wilding out here and they make everybody in the world look bad. And this is not a fun thing, but the fact is, half the world ain't even on the internet. So that's the sad part. Like, the internet paints this picture of the world and it's not even an accurate picture. And that's, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Basically, love one another, period. Love one another. That's it. And when you're struggling to love a person, just remember, at one point in time, they were a kid. All right, they were just a little pure-hearted child running around, not with a care in the world. Now they are who they are because of the experiences and what they went through in life. And life can be really mean to some people. So be patient, show love, be kind, do your best to allow people to grow in their own time, because that's what we all need. Love. Okay. Let me stop sounding all mushy. But yeah, I wanted to really talk about that because it was on my mind for a little while. And I wanted to express that. It feels nice to express these things to you guys. It just does. It feels right. It feels necessary. Is that the word? The birds are all chirping around me right now. It feels immaculate. Is that the word? Okay, that might sound a little weird. All right, I'm out of here, guys. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.